Howdy, how y'all doing today? I'm in a better mood than I was when I actually first recorded this video. I basically had a 10 to 15 minute rant about people who send out requests for guest posts, only I forgot to hit the record button. So, you're going to get a nicer version of the same thing, and maybe it'll be shorter. I spent 2017 sending a link to an article I wrote in 2016 that said the 7 things you should do before making a guest posting request. I did that because I get tons of requests to write a guest post for basically one blog, but it affects 3 blogs, because every once in a while someone wants to write for one of my other blogs. And I had some points in that article. One said, actually visit the website. Find out if your topic actually fits what that blog is about. 2, look to see if there's a guest posting policy on the website or anything that addresses it. For instance, on my finance blog, I have an article that's right there. The first thing says the end of guest posts. I don't accept guest posts on that blog anymore. 3rd, if you want to pay for a sponsored post, see if there's an advertising policy on the blog. I have an advertising policy on 2 of my blogs, yet I get these emails all the time. Do you accept sponsored posts? Obviously, you didn't visit the website to see there's a link there. 4, if you're going to send me an email, put my name in it. That's on the advertising policy. That's in the about policy. You didn't visit the website. 5, if you're going to put the name of an article in your email that you said you absolutely loved, 1, make sure that I wrote it because I stopped accepting guest posts on my finance blog in December 2013, but people will still send me something saying, I love this post you wrote. Your writing is great, or whatever. Boom. I didn't write that. And say something about the article other than, and I was impressed with his professionalism or whatever. You know what? That's as bad as people who comment on blogs and say, this was a nice post. Thank you very much. Keep doing it. I'm going to subscribe. Those are fake comments. Those people just want to link back. So you delete that mess. So I spent the entire year sending this link out to tons of people, probably a couple of hundred. And only one person, as far as I know, actually read it, because one person actually wrote me back and said, thanks for that link. It is helping me to do my business better. One person. Most people didn't respond. Some people acted like they never got that and sent me a follow-up request. I know I'm not alone. I spent last night talking to people on Twitter after I got something else that was really idiotic regarding guest posting, and I shared it with people. And I'm not alone. We all get this. We can't believe these people who send these things out. And you know what? Most of these people aren't the people writing the articles, which is even worse, because when I was accepting guest posts, I would get these articles that they would then say they didn't write that were horrible. I spent too much time editing bad articles. And sometimes I would send it to them saying, wait, no, this reads a lot of work. And then they would send me the exact same thing back because they didn't read it. So I've decided this year, after talking to my buddies, Statler and Waldorf, who are in the thumbnail, that anyone who sends me a guest posting request that doesn't have my name in it immediately goes to spam. It just does. Anyone who wants to sponsor an article who did not go and look at the advertising policy first, I'm sending to spam. I'm not responding to any of that anymore. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy. Now, I've put the link into the video to the article, and if you decide you'd like to try to educate some of these people because they're bombarding you with guest posting requests, send them this link. They're not going to read it anyway, but it might make you feel good for a while. I just don't have the time to deal with these folks anymore. They don't care. They've never cared. It may have seemed like they cared. They didn't care. Matter of fact, I'm going to spend a little bit of time this year going through my finance blog and probably eliminating a whole bunch of guest posts that were there, because a lot of the topics I didn't really know tons about. It's just not something that I knew. And I always had a thing out there which said, if you write a guest post for my blog, you need to come back and answer any comments that come up, because I don't know all this stuff. I'm in healthcare finance. And by the way, the research I was talking about, this is what I do for my own business, being an independent consultant in healthcare. I go to the hospital websites. I look for the names of the person who is the one who would most probably hire someone like me. I learn what their actual title is, because everyone isn't called a chief financial officer. They go by all kind of different names. I also do research on the hospital. Is it too big for me? It's just me. So if it's a hospital that's 1,400 beds, I'm probably not going to do that hospital. That's probably a little bit out of my reach, unless they want me there for 6 months to a year, which is a different story. But if they want what I traditionally do, which is called a charge master review or something like that, 1,400 bed hospital is probably going to be pretty complicated and pretty deep for one person to do, because you have to interview a lot of people, and 1,400 bed hospital is going to take a while. And pulling all those people together, that's a mess. So I'm not doing that. I'm not working with hospitals for the most part, unless they contacted me directly first, who are actually doing well financially, because I can't really help them all that much. I can help them some. Everyone could use a little bit of help. But I usually go in looking for hospitals that are 500 beds or less, that show, after my research, that they've had some financial difficulties, sometimes really bad or sometimes just borderline. Those are my best clients. Those are the people I'm looking to reach out to. But I research. That's what professionals do. You research. You don't just go blanket sending out tons of emails. And especially, you don't use a script that says dear or hello and there's a blank space or a line. They don't even know how to use the software that they bought. Lazy, unprofessional, tired of it. I know I'm not the only one. Some of y'all have to be getting these requests. Let me know some of the worst that you've ever gotten, and if you've ever done anything about it. Like I said, if you feel like checking out this article and then sending that link to people, by all means do it. They're not going to read it, but it may make you feel good for a little while. My name is Mitch Mitchell. We're going to do magical things. That's my intention. And we're going to have fun, laughing at the stupidity or admiring someone who does things really well. You take care. Have a wonderful day.